Topic 3.
Moving on to topic 3. We have March 14th. We have Cheetah's, another song from her 28 Identity full-length album, Bumpkins. We have Hoya, formerly of Infinite's debut pre-release single, Angel, with a ridiculously ridiculous choreography.
Amazing choreography.
Yeah, it's really good.
I was shocked at how good, like, because I didn't really follow Infinite, unfortunately, but this is insane. Like, this is like music teacher level, like, choreography.
Yeah, exactly.
It's that, like, high level, because, like, this is, like, the kind of choreography I like, where basically you're doing something with every, like, this is how you're supposed to do choreography, where you're doing something with every sort of, like, word or like every sort of syllable, and it's very hard to do that and sing. So I mean, like, or think of that like, well, being an idol sort of thing. And I was just like, wow, this is an incredibly spicy music video for someone coming from like a boy group or whatever. It's like the pair choreography or whatever was like great. It's sad that, like, I like this song better than like the actual debut song, which comes later though. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. I like this song.
I don't know why this was only a pre-release, like, because this, I feel it was such a stronger song, like both like vocally, like visually, like style wise. It definitely seems like he's sort of like more fitted to this style. So I don't know. I have to check out the rest of the album because I actually didn't get around to it. So we'll see.
Yeah, if this definitely should have been the title track. Like, not only was the dance really good, but also his vocals are way better than they normally are. Because in Infinite, they usually had him doing like rap and stuff.
Oh, he wouldn't be singing?
No, like
what?
Because
he's doing like falsetto and everything like that. And, like, no normal like people that would be just like assigned like rapping, you wouldn't think like you'd get vocals like this. So I'm shocked.
No, like I was really surprised when I heard this song. So yeah, good on him for sure.
I mean, I'm guessing that's probably why he sort of left Infinite, is because he wanted more control over what kind of music he did, and I totally
definitely
support that decision after hearing this now, because I feel like I love the direction he's going in, definitely.
Yeah, looking at the album post on Reddit, surprisingly, he didn't work on any of the music though, just the lyrics. The whole album is composed by one person though, composed and arranged by Nihua.
Not sure.
Heard of him.
Yeah,
it could be that he also like sort of like knew which direction he wanted to go, and he just doesn't really have the composition and arrangement skills.
Yeah, he probably just found someone that he liked what they did and was like, hey, produce an album for me. Next we have Lehi's Japanese debut album. Lehigh Japan debut album.
I swear that's the actual
name.
I looked it up. That's the actual name of the goddamn lazy YG.
That's horrible.
And then the actual music video is just like a repeat, or just like
the title track is Breathe, just a Japanese version of Breathe.
This song still makes me cry.
God, I didn't even read that album title until now, and that just makes me angry.
Oh yeah, because it's
like,
literally Lehigh Japanese debut album. And
it's so bad.
It is
the debut
music.
I guess the debut music video is just literally overdubbing the Korean music video. But no, seriously, this song makes me
wait. So for her singing, is it like the lips don't match?
Yeah, no, like YG.
They just redid.
No, they never.
YG never releases new music videos for Japanese versions. They just put the Japanese the Japanese version over the Korean music. Yeah,
so
It's so stupid. I hate it's the war. They've been doing this since like 21. I hate it so much.
I don't think I've ever watched a Japanese.
Oh no, there was like one. There was like one or two times they did like a specifically Japanese version of like a song.
Yeah,
but other than
I'm just saying, like, out of any YG artist, I don't think I've ever watched a Japanese music video of their stuff. Yeah, we're gonna move on. We have Loco's digital single "Post It" featuring Jay Park. We have Outsiders digital single 3.14 featuring Ulala Sessions Kim Young Hoon.
It's a cover of the mathematical of number pi.
Is a cover of the rounded version of pi.
Speaking of that,
what?
Speaking of something with pi, the other day I had to make like a quick program that approximates pi, and my friend was also doing the same assignment. And he he couldn't get the right numbers and he couldn't figure out why, and I was like, dude, what? And I looked at his thing and he was trying to make it so that he assumed that pi equals 22/7. I was like, no, that is absolutely not correct.
Wait, what?
He said that pi equaled 22/7.
Oh, he's trying to approximate like the decimal points to 20/7.
Yeah.
I don't.
He thought it. He didn't.
I'm
just
an idiot when
think-
it comes to math.
No, he just
but-
thought it. He thought it equaled 22/7.
22 divided, yeah.
I
Whatever.
I don't think that's how they came up with pi, but okay.
Not at all.
Back
And
on
finally, the most important song on this list. We have Tiffany Young's digital single, Remember Me, from Disney's Coco. It's a cover song of Remember Me from
Yes,
Disney's Coco.
By
It's
Miguel.
actually a cover song.
It's actually a cover song this time.
It is, for once, we have a real cover. And Tiffany is still my favorite voice.
Oh, I love her
in
voice
K-pop.
so much.
Yep.
And she gets to sing in
Always
English.
my favorite.
She gets to sing in the American language.
I like how the comments on the Reddit, or I think it's either on Reddit or YouTube, where it was like, Tiffany's gonna have an American album before CL.
Yep. That's what's likely is gonna happen.
It's 100% gonna happen. She'll have an American album before CL puts out her American album.
Oh man, YG, you. Ugh. But
If that happens, that's the last nail in the coffin for YG for me. Like,
yeah,
in at least their competence. Like, come on,
like
man.
he can't even get the person he basically like destroyed 21 to like promote like
to
for
keep, yeah.
like
Even if it's a problem with the American management, I still like YG should be doing something and negotiating and whatnot.
yeah.
Like
Yep.
they should at least be stepping in.
Or
for her.
maybe the company should like hand it off to people that actually like understand how to like enter that market. So
Yeah,
But anyway, getting back
exactly.
to the song, interesting tidbit. There was an original because obviously Disney movies are popular everywhere, and in Korea especially because they obviously like I don't know Asian kids love Disney stuff. So surprisingly, there's no Korean Disneyland, is there? That seems
No,
like
they
that,
have
seems like
Lotte
such
World.
that seems like such a huge over.
I mean, there's only yeah.
I think there's a Disneyland in Tokyo. Hold on. let me
Yeah,
check.
yeah. There's a
there's
Disneyland
Tokyo
in Tokyo
and Hong Kong.
Like there's Hong Kong, there's Shanghai. There's like so
And
many
there's-
like Disney worlds in China, but no Korea. Like the thing is though, like stuff like Lotte World and like all the other parks would just be destroyed if Disney ever built a park in Korea, because I know like how much they love like Disney stuff there. And my point being that Yoon Jung Shin did the official like the official Korean version of this song, so that was interesting, and it's no surprise that they got Yoon Jung Shin to do like he's kind of like the go-to when it comes to any type of like emotional ballad track. So yeah. Excellent song.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess on the topic of Tiffany, like I this really gets me hyped. Like I really hope she gets her American album out soon, because I think that she actually is in a unique spot that I think she could take off fairly well.
Yep.
Because she has a style that's sort of, it's popular, and she doesn't have to change her style in order to mold to the American market, because it's already sort of that way, because she's
American.
Yeah, exactly. And she was already doing this kind of music when she was in Korea. So
yeah,
I think she has a pretty good chance of crossing over. So
especially
I hope she does well.
We'll see how her acting does, because if she catches on as an actor, oh boy, her music's gonna blow up.
Yeah, definitely.
yeah. Get her in the MCU.
Oh my god, if
I don't care
Tiffany
who
was
she
in the
is.
MCU,
If Tiffany was
that'd
in
be
the
crazy.
MCU,
Make her
rip DC.
They have that whatever the new from that game, the new Korea K-pop Marvel hero.
I mean,
I don't remember her name was.
DC or Blackpink is in the DC extended universe.
Exactly. We need representation in the MCU. They use Korea all the time. I mean, they played a side song
like,
during Black Panther.
And because like Samsung literally like funds all of these movies, so it's not surprising.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It'll happen eventually. There will be K-pop in the MCU at some point. I'm calling it. Moving on to the 15th, we have Ace's digital single 5-tar. 5-tar.
Star.
I know.
It's Gotar.
We have we have Jamez's digital single Good Devil, the title track Alchemy featuring Ducky and Mino. We have Uptension's full-length album Invitation with the title track Candyland,
Which is a cover of the board
which
game.
is a cover of the board game. We have Yuna's music video for No Answer from the album Rescue, which came out at the end of last year.
Still a beautiful
which we
song.
reviewed, and we loved, and the album is fantastic, and everything on it is fantastic. Now, where's my Drive music video?
Yep.
Drive is the best.
Yes, I love that. I spam that song too. So,
and we have Yuto from Pentagon's digital single "Trust Me" with Edon and Woosuck. So
Which
it's
is
like
a
half
cover
of Pentagon,
of the card song.
which is a cover of the card song. And yeah, it's basically just half of Pentagon because it's a solo member of Pentagon with other two members of Pentagon.
Yep.
Like, which is funny. We have, on the 16th, we have FT Island's full-length Japanese album Planet Bonds with the title track Hold the Moon. It's FT Island. We have a Jangmoon Box mini album Peeps. Wait, is this the same song?
no. It's a different. It's a different.
Different features. It's just because they both have two features. So I was confused. Yeah, we've from Peeps the song Real Fact with Hyunwoo and Heesok.
Okay, so the song isn't anything notable, but I do like how he basically all these Hyunwoo and Heesok are just two like of his friends from Brutus. Remember the one of them I believe was the other rapper in their Call Me Baby team. So I believe they ended up leaving their respective companies, and Jungmoon Bok was able to recruit them. So they're just doing music together, and it's really wholesome. And I'm glad that they're just like able, because like I know he wanted to keep their wanted to keep their dreams alive. So like he just like convinced his label to just sign them, and I'm glad that they're still doing stuff together. The power of friendship.
Next, we have Moon's digital single Eden. We have Solby's digital single Hyperism Blue with the title track Class. Now, Solby has some really weird music and music videos, and this is no exception.
I'd never heard of her before this, and I'm just like, yeah.
I only know Solby because she was on Knowing Bros. She's been on Knowing Bros a couple times.
Yeah, this is like this is some weird like shit. But I mean, like I love house music, so I love the song. But yeah, like the music video is just like everyone has like their back turned, and like it's just like weird. She's like her shirt off and everything. She's like in like garbage or whatever. I have no idea what's going on in this music video, but it's good music, so who cares?
Yep. Yeah. So she has other music videos that are just as weird.
Okay, I'll have to look it up.
We have Yoso's station single Privacy. Andrew, what you wanted to
again, just
about?
like another like good like female vocalist with like really funky like sort of like vibe to it. Yeah, so glad she got a station single. This is really good. I have to look up more of her music.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know who she is. Next, finally, we have Cherry Coke's mini album Blind with the same title track.
Again, just like a more like good R&B like female vocalist like back to back. So yeah. I love Cherry Coke. Not the drink, the artist. But
yeah, it's pretty ridiculous name to be honest.
Hey, I like it.
Just straight up using a brand name.
Does that mean she can never go on like music shows?
No. Yeah, exactly. She wouldn't be able to go on music shows. You're not going to be able to ever search her up on Google. Like, it just sounds like a bad idea.
I like it. I used to. I know it's Cherry Coke, like music wise, but yeah, I love her voice.
Yeah.
Her music has always been good, so yeah, this is no exception.
Yep. On the 17th, we have Taejana and Gangnam's digital single Jangji Kijang, and Tweety's digital single Bad Boy.
Which is a cover of the
It's a cover of the Red Velvet song.
Which is a cover of the Big Bang song.
Yeah, which is a cover of the Big Bang song. Is this the song? I don't know if I didn't mark it. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. This is the girl group where it starts out as just like straight up rock song, and I did like that about it, but
it didn't go into
anything special.
Yeah, well, it didn't.
Well, because
it wasn't a rock song.
They're not a band.
Yeah, they're not a band.
Yeah, like it has rock as a
they're
backing
just pretending
instrumentals.
To be a band.
Yeah, it has rock as a backing instrumentals, but it wasn't like Dreamcatcher like rock. So I didn't mark it down. On the 18th, we have Dasat's digital single Lunchtime.
Yep. Good again. I was looking for a lot of indie rock when I was looking through like the other music tracks. Yeah, well, I like this one especially because it kind of reminds me of like Hyako and that sort of like vibe to it, kind of like Surf Boy off of their most recent album. So yeah, like love the guitars and everything. So yeah, this is right down my alley.
Mm-hmm. We have Jung Il Hoon from B2B, once again from his Big Wave mini album. We have Always featuring Jinho of Pentagon. We have Lee Kong's mini album Romantic with the title track In Vain featuring Yang Da-il. And finally we have Wu Yi's pre-release single Rolling Stones featuring Carla Garden.
So the interesting thing about this is Wu Yi's mostly known as a producer. He's a producer for Higher Music, or like basically anyone that's sort of associated with like J Park or I don't know, like Cha Cha Malone, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically he's pulling a primary here where he just produces the music and then gets other vocalists to sort of work on the song. And I was just like, wow, this is the same guy that sort of like makes like hip hop and like trap beats for other people, or like just like anything that's not like straight up like 70s rock, because this is what it is, because it's being named Rolling Stone. They're going for a specific, and putting Car the Garden on the vocals is that's an intentional sort of thing, and I love everything about it, from like the sound of it. It's like straight up like the Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin type of music, to like the music video is pretty cool too. Love everything about it. Jacob, I know you like this song.
Yeah, I didn't mark it down, but like Car the Garden, everything he does is always fantastic. He is absolutely amazing. So, yeah.
On the 19th, we have Giant Pink's debut digital single, I Don't Think I Love You, featuring Cassie. Side note, I didn't mark it down, but I really liked Cassie's parts in this song. I thought it was more of a Cassie song than Giant Pink
and it's weird considering how
funny.
It's kind of weird considering how long Giant Pink's been around that this is her debut. Like,
it's just because she's just been around because of she was it Unpretty or
I think she was
Show
on
Me the Money.
I think she was on Unpretty.
Jacob would know.
Cassie?
No,
Giant Pink.
Giant Pink was on Unpretty.
Giant Pink, yeah, she was on Unpretty Rap Star season 3.
She won one. She won it.
Yeah, she won it. So that's how I remember.
Yeah, it's surprising that she took so long to actually debut. Officially. We have MXM's double digital single rematch with the title track Love Me Now. We have 101's IPU, IPY, 0 + 1 = 1, I Promise You, mini album with the title track Boomerang, which Andrew wants to rant about.
Let's get into this right now. Okay, I don't know how to say this without offending anyone, but literally this is garbage. Like, 101 has so much at their disposal. They literally have like the power of like they have the power of like so many different like recording companies and like producers at their disposal, and they produce some like boring ass like hype EDM track that's kind of just straight up a copy of like what Monsta X and BTS does. Like this. Like, 101 is better than this. 101 is so much better than this, and I don't know why this was the title track, but it's so dumb. Like, it's no straight up like that. Like BTS comparison isn't even like just like throwing like reaching or whatever. There's the part when like Kang Daniel says like Boomerang is like straight up like Bultorune. Like it's straight up a copy of like the fire thing. Like I hate how blatant it is, because like. You can't get away with making generic like copy music just because your name is 101, and I hate it. Like there's like it kind of sucks. Cause like I like 101. I love the like I followed Produce from like the beginning, and I like like all the members and everything. But it feels like their music has just been so disappointing, because I don't know. Maybe it's like too many cooks in the kitchen. Everyone just like, oh, we want to do our thing. So there's no real like solid direction like their sound is going in, because it's way different from the last one, I guess, because it's different producers. But it kind of feels like 101 just hit like peak, and it's just been like a downward trajectory ever since. Like,
I was gonna
say, by like downward, I mean like straight down.
I was gonna say it's the complete opposite trajectory of IOI, where they started with Dream Girls, and then they had What a Man, and Very Very Very, and they just went up from Dream Girls, where 101 started with Energetic and did really well. And since then their music's been like meh.
Yeah. It's gonna take a lot. It's gonna take a lot to beat Energetic in my eyes.
Same.
But did you want to say anything else, Jacob, or just that?
No, I just like, I don't know, like ever since Energetic, I felt like everything they've put out is kind of lacking. Like, I don't know, it never really clicked with me, I guess. Like 101's a good group. I think everybody in it is really talented. I think it's just YMC is not. I don't think they have the best.
They're just not good at
like music.
I just don't think they're good at anything, to be completely honest. Because it seems like they've poorly handled like a lot of these like project groups in a way.
Yeah.
So it's like they deserve better than this, because there's legitimate talent here, and you're giving them. You're just like, okay, what's popular? Let's just put it like they had their sound, and like you're just basically just like there's nothing separating them at this point, at least sound wise, from like literally like the last thing you want to do when there's like literally hundreds of other boy groups doing the same exact sort of thing is just like make that like, I know and the thing is they're probably going to be really successful out of it, but just because like people are that like die hard for 101, and we're probably we're probably gonna get flamed in the comments. We're like, how dare you, all that sort of stuff. But I really don't give a shit at this point, because like I care about 101, and they don't deserve this. They don't deserve to be treated like this. It's so stupid, and like that's why I'm heated. I'm not heated because like I hate the group. I'm heated because I care too much about the group to see like shit like this happen to them. So yeah, like granted, like the rest of the album was like passable. But it's like it's one of those cases where like the title track is the worst song on the album when everything else was okay. So like they whenever they released their like last one or like their next one, they really got to pull it out, like pull something out, because I only have so much patience when it comes to this group.
Yeah.
And finally on the 19th we have Yoon Jungshun's Mystic Listen project single Wait. On the 20th, we have Sol Ha Yoon's digital single Ring My Heart. If you watched The Unit, you know why I did that. Because she was on The Unit, and they always made fun of how she introduced herself. Because she's a trot EDM.
Wait, she participated in The Unit?
She's basically like new she's trying to be Hong Jin Young. Yeah. So she's like trot, and she has all the weird trot introduction, like over the top campy funness type stuff, and so they made fun of her all the time on The Unit and copied her introduction. It's pretty funny, but the song's nothing special. We have SF9's mini album Feeling Sensation with the title track. Well, no, this is the Together music video from the older album. Yeah, it's just like a special like anniversary thing. Yeah, just like a fun. Yeah, because I was just like, wait, the fans. Yeah, because I was just like, wait a second, haven't I heard this song before? Because I was just like, wait, this is the SF9 I actually like, so this can't be new. Exactly. Although the album was good, it's just the title track was bad from their last album. And we have Sunwoo Jung-ah's digital single Fine featuring Im Hyun Il of I Am Not.
It's a cover of the Taeyeon song. Fine.
On the 21st, we have B1A4's Japanese single
Moon
Runes.
Oh god, I forget what it is.
Yep, Moon Runes. We have BSS from 17's, which I guess is a unit. Yeah, subunit. We have their debut Just Do It, which is a cover of the Nike slogan. Next, we have Honey Popcorn's debut mini album Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo with the same title track. Which we're going to have a discussion on. Okay, so I wanted to do a topic on this, but I'll settle for this. So I'll just go first. So I actually really like the song, and I don't have a problem. So like a lot of people on the internet are kind of like being super double standard because they like love sexy concepts, but then when this group came out, they're just like, this is disgusting, when they didn't even do anything like wrong, provocative at all. Okay, like they just did a standard cute concept. Maybe we should explain why they're so this is a group of 3 Japanese former idols who became adult video stars, and then I guess some company decided to debut them in Korea. And so that's the problem I have. So like I don't have a problem with the girls, I don't have a problem that they're adult video stars, they can do whatever they want. I don't have a problem with them being in K-pop because like I said, there's plenty of like really like there's Alacia and Switch, which did way like their music's not is fine. Like this music was good, and the concept wasn't promiscuous at all. My problem with it is they decide, like, to me it's just all marketing. It's just like shock value is the only reason this group exists. They're like, we're gonna get this group to be so popular because of this reason, whereas otherwise there's no reason this group exists. Like, why would they take 3 Japanese former idols and debut them in Korea? Like, that never happens. It's not really a thing, and it's just weird to me.
But I mean, like, the thing is, though, there's so many Korean artists that debut, like, regardless of if they're porn stars. There's so many Korean artists that debut in Japan. So
I was thinking how to debut, because I was like, well, at first I thought I was like, this is a double standard, because there's plenty of Korean girl groups that debut in Japan, but they debut in Japan after they got popular in Korea, where this group came out of nowhere and instantly went to Korea. Like, if they were an idol group in Japan and became popular, and then they're like, oh, we want to appeal to the Korean market, let's put out a Korean song, I'd probably be a lot more okay with it. But to me, they're like, let's take these 3 Japanese idols / porn stars and make a K-pop group out of it, which doesn't make any sense to me.
The reasoning behind this is all okay. So the 3 members are Mikami Yua, former real name is Kito Momona, who was formerly of SK. Okay, so there are a bunch of girl huge idol groups, so like AKB48 kind of stuff. She was formerly in SKE 48 Team E, which is another like spin-off group, and formerly or also kind of a member of the music group FEC Muscats, who is all like AV idols. Miko, real name Okada Risako, former NMB48, so another like AKB shoot-off, and her name's Sakura, whose real name is Ito Yu.
Sidetrack. Is it always 48?
Yeah,
is it literally just after AKB48?
Yeah,
they're all just it has to be something 48.
Yeah, when it's 48, you know that's a sister group. Sakura.
Okay, so are they actually related to AKB48, or is it just other companies like copying?
No, they're
AKB48?
Sometimes it's groups. It's all done by the same producer. Sometimes he works with like different like companies that might manage it or whatever. But yeah, for the most part, it's just they're pretty related. Like they share songs or they share members, or like some members might work in multiple teams of like the 48 idol groups. So yeah, Sakura, real name Ito Yu, was former. God, I can't pronounce this one. It's backstage like something or whatever. Backstage Sotokanda Ichiyome. Okay, so one, they have like idol chops. Like they're pretty, but like obviously they were let's be honest, they weren't famous enough to like. So how like 48 idol groups work is that usually the people who get like prominent, like featuring on music videos and singles, are whoever wins votes. So sometimes voting is done behind the scenes, like usually internally with the company, or sometimes it's done publicly. So none of the members really got like any traction, and other than like B-sides basically. So yeah, I mean, their J-pop idol careers sort of fizzled out, which is why they resorted to being AV idols. That being said, I feel like mostly the reason why this happened is because Mikami Yua is a huge K-pop fan, basically. Like all of her YouTube videos of her are her doing like dance covers of like G-Friend and A-Pink and like Twice and that sort of thing. So like I get what you're saying, Nate, but I kind of feel like I feel like it's less shock value, and I feel like this is more, let's let Yua live her dream to become a K-pop star because she loves K-pop music so much. And granted, like she doesn't need to do this. Like female AV idols make a ridiculous amount of money, like a ridiculous, like way more than as far as I know, way more than the males do, because nobody really cares about them, to be completely honest. So they're just replaceable.
Are there even male AV idols?
I have no idea. I honestly have no idea.
It doesn't even sound like a concept.
Yeah, like they're just like they're replaceable. So like she's not doing this for the money. I feel like she really loves K-pop to the degree that
and just
the
debut,
like because I believe they're all under the same like AV, like the adult video company, and all being former idols. Or I feel like it was the original idea was Mikami Yuna wanted to debut like in Korea because she loves K-pop so much, and they just kind of wanted to make it a group, so it wasn't just like Mikami Yuna doing it on her own. So That being like that sort of is visible in this actual like to actually talking about the song. The only one with any decent amount of like Korean pronunciation is Yua. Like the other two are definitely they're still singing. They're still singing like they're like in like a J-pop group, which like J-pop groups aren't necessarily known for like individual singing like talent, which is why they do a lot of group vocals. So you can tell that they're really weak in pronunciation and singing. That being said, though, I'm still surprised at how good the song is. Like,
no, I like the song.
Yeah, like besides that sort of thing, and I mean, the controversy is understandable, and I mean, Yua is no stranger to controversy herself. The reason why she didn't catch on in SKE48 was while underage, she was caught with an older male idol out drinking and kissing and that sort of stuff, and that's a no-no. And if you're an idol, so she was demoted to a lower ranking team and everything, and then eventually she left. So like obviously, there's a lot of backstory coming in with this. That being said, though, I can like she seems pretty dedicated to this. Again, like she probably in my eyes, it's probably her only chance to become like a legit idol again, because I don't know if she could ever really succeed in Japan. Well, I'd say I
don't think she'll be able to succeed in Korea either.
I mean, relatively speaking, but I feel like in Japan, like, I think it's too like the idol market's too oversaturated with like big idol groups where like, and I feel like I'm guessing she kind of likes the K-pop sound more, which is why she. Like they're insisting on debuting in Korea, because you can't really like make music like this in Japan, and like I don't know, I don't think it can succeed in that way. So I mean, the funny thing in the lead up to all this is everyone just like, I wonder how other idols are gonna interact with them, especially the male idols, because like if any like fangirls caught wind of them like talking to any members of Honey Popcorn, they're gonna be like, oh my god, how dare you talk to our oppa like that. And let's be honest, I'm sure there are many male idols who are more than familiar with her previous line of work. So let's just like put that to rest right now. So I mean, who knows what happens with this group? If they move beyond this single. I mean, with the production value that's coming out of this, it's clear that this isn't a joke or whatever, at least to them. So we'll see what happens if their like support like lasts beyond the initial shock value of this. But I mean, I like the music, and it's a really like interesting backstory, you know, like of somebody like being such a huge fan of K-pop despite being like a famous porn star or whatever, and then they're just like they insist on debuting. So who knows? I mean, hopefully they get better in their Korean, because they couldn't even like, their Korean was so shoddy to the point that they had to use translators in their like debut stage or whatever. So like we'll see. We'll see. Like I like the music. I want to support them, but like I don't see like, we'll see how much their future like holds. We'll see if they'll end up on the RIP list or not. Jacob.
Yeah.
For me, I don't know. I think I'm still on the side that it's still kind of a gimmick, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I guess that perfectly explains like my
it is a gimmick issue.
Yeah. Like I don't want to get put in that camp of like, oh, they're disgusting, like this is horrible, because I think all those people are like super hypocritical, because they want all their favorite boy groups to take off their shirts and like be all super sexy, and they want the girl groups to be super promiscuous, and then this happens,
and let's be
with
honest,
like super cute normal music.
She's probably she's probably famous in Korea. Like let's not lie.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Let's not lie. Like I'm pretty like Japan is like the closest like in proximity. So I'm pretty sure like most of their adult entertainment comes from that region. Yep. So
that's exactly where it comes from.
Like I'm pretty sure she's a known quantity in Korea. It's just like everyone has to put on. Like I was reading something about like League of Legends and like the concept of Koreans like putting up a face, and if you like anything that's sort of just like breaks down that like face is sort of just like it's like offensive and an affront to them, and that's kind of what this is. So we'll see.
It just rubs me. It just like reminds me of putting Alex and BP Rania, or that group with the Russian girl, and like any of that stuff. It just screams gimmick to me. But like you said, you explained the whole like her being a fan and stuff. So that's another problem I have, is like this whole conversation, we've treated it like it's Mikami Yua's solo.
It basically
for the most
is.
part.
It basically is.
Like
let's be
in
honest.
the music video, it's basically her solo with two backup dancers that are also Japanese AV idols.
Yeah, because I feel like she has the most like idol, or she has the. I feel like her Korean's probably like the best out of all of them, so that's probably why. So yeah, they're probably like hamstringed to like, okay, like how we can approach the songs mostly, and so yeah, we'll see. I hope that they were able to like make more good music like this, and I will definitely stand them for the near future. But we've talked about this long enough already.
Yeah, let's move on so we don't have a 3-hour podcast, which we're gonna have like 2.5 hour podcast.
Yeah.
Anyway. Next we have Marmello was Moonlight live version, part of their Wake Me Up album, and this should have been the title track.
Yeah, this song is so good, especially this live version. I love it.
Yep.
This is exactly what I want to see from Marmello. Like even just like the live version, that's amazing. I think they're really suited to being, you know, like a live band. So like I hope they get a little bit more popular, so where they can like perform on a good stage like Sketchbook or something like that, where they can take advantage of, you know, an all live show to sort of like show their talents.
Because they've been on like I think like M Countdown and everything, but obviously all that's like pre-recorded or whatever. But I feel like you're right, Nate, that this should have been the title track, because I feel like this is a better blend of that electronic sound with an actual rock track. So exactly. This should have this easily should have been like the title track, because I feel like it's more Marmello. It's what you think of when you think of like their kind of music, and even if they want to go in a newer direction, it still like has like the undertones of like what their music is in, and that's rock. So yeah, like all of the rest of the live tracks I loved so much.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it was great. Anything else, Jacob?
Nope.
Okay. Moving on to Mengjia's Chinese pre-release single Weapon. I don't know why they signify as Chinese. That's all Gia does anymore.
Yeah.
She doesn't make K-pop music.
Yeah, like, like when was the last time she was actually like in Korea?
She hasn't. I don't know.
Miss
I have no idea when she's been in Korea. Yeah, since she left Miss A.
Because she was like the first person to leave Miss A like years ago. So
yeah,
she just exited it basically.
Yeah, she went back home. She wanted to make Chinese music, and she wasn't going to be doing that in Miss A. So. And then we have Mongswell and IU's Latte CF Healing.
Apparently, like
which is a Choco Pie commercial.
Like, do you know what like this like product is? Because I've never seen it before.
I mean, they're
is it popular?
Choco Pies basically.
Oh,
I don't know if it's a certain type of Choco Pie. At least that's what she's eating, so that's what I assume it's for. But yeah, Choco Pies are huge. Like. Latte choco pies are very, very popular.
Yep,
I mean, you can buy them at Kroger. I buy them at Kroger.
Wait, seriously?
Oh, wait, really?
You can go to grocery.
Not this type. This looks like some premium special version.
Which is
why you can buy you can buy Korean like latte choco pies at Kroger.
Okay, next time I go to H Mart, I'll probably look it up. But
you could definitely get them at H Mart. But yeah, because you can get them. You can get them in the Asian section of grocery store.
I mean, I don't eat chocolate myself, but I'm sure my sister would like it because she loves chocolate. And
I mean, it's basically just like it's like a ding dong, but with white cake instead of chocolate cake.
Yeah,
like it's the exact same thing. This is what it is.
Let's get to talking about the song because I love it so much. Even though it's like a stupid CF, it's IU, and I wish someone would love me the way that IU like looks at that chocolate pie because. But it's cute. It's very IU for her to do.
It's exactly what you'd expect from a random IU song about choco pies.
Yep.
Next, on the 22nd, we have Hane's mini album Organic Life with the title track In My Dream featuring Geiko, and Yukinong featuring Reddy and Noel. We have Penomeco's digital single Good Morning featuring Car the Garden. What you guys wanted to talk about?
Yep. I think he's been like all the stuff he's released since Lie, which is the song produced by Zico. So it was amazing, and I feel like I feel like everyone from like the Fancy Child group has just been on fire lately, and I'm surprised like how like popular like Penomeco has been able to like get, despite being in a group with like Zico and Dean and all these other like really famous like R&B and hip hop artists. So I love it. I mean, I don't know where Car the Garden really comes into the song. Maybe just like the vocalization.
His Car the Garden did the support vocals in the like over the instrumental, which I think really, really actually makes the song great.
Yeah.
Like on top of Penomeco's really good rap, like it really like gives it sort of like an extra depth of like feeling, I guess I'd say. So yeah, I like it a lot. That's one I'm definitely going to push the add button on for Andrew's convection here.
Yeah, but you can definitely feel like the influences of the other like Fancy Child members, and like there's like some parts of the song are very Dean-like, and like the chorus is like very much like Zico's like chill sort of music. So yeah, I'm really high on his music lately. It's really because I talked about last time, but like the production of his like earlier tracks I didn't like as much, but ever since like recently it's just been so good. So like it's really, that just goes to show like how the importance of production when it comes to like releasing any type of pop music or any type of music in general. So yeah, I see good things for Penomeco, especially being put on the SM Town like channel is definitely going to help him. Like I know it's like they're only distributing it or whatever. He's not really an SM artist, but yeah, it's definitely it's cool. It's really cool like to see him like do like so well like musically, despite being like, again, he's not getting overshadowed by like the other members of Fancy Child, surprisingly.
Yep. Next we have Ready's digital single Thanksgiving featuring Palo Alto and Huckleberry P. And Yoon Jun Hyung's from Highlights digital single Sudden Shower featuring 10 centimeters Kwon Jung Yul.
The background instrumentals in G are actually quite unique. The melody of G is what makes it catchy, is what makes it like a huge selling pop song. Yeah. But at the end, one, SNSD being a really extremely popular girl group, and two, the song being in like unique enough to be